Hey, how's it going? So I'm going to be walking you through our exact editing system that we use to pump out thousands of ads, high quality ads for 7 and 8 figure brands. If you're an agency or a brand, this is perfect for you. You can literally duplicate this Notion kind of database into your own Notion database and put your kind of editors and your creative strategists into this, and it'll really speed up your process and increase the quality as well. So let me walk you through how this works. So we have obviously different stages, different statuses. We have to do, in progress, feedback, hooks to be added, add 4x5 versions, and add to Google Drive, and done. I'll walk you through each one of these, but whenever you have a new edit to create, you just go into new. So I've created a template here. You just press new, and it will automatically add the template into here. So you just click into it. The way we name it is we do the brand's initials and then the number of the video. So let's say we're doing it for a brand called Space Goods. We've got SG for Space Goods 1. So this is the first video we're ever creating for them. And then we do dash and then an angle. So that, let's say the angle for this video is no more after. Okay. And then we also do the round. So this is round 1. Okay. And so you just go down one by one and you add each custom field. And you have to do assign and watch at the end, because if you do it at the beginning, it will just give you a lot of inbox notifications there. So first of all, the brand is Space Goods, but obviously if it's not in there, you just write like Nike and then you press enter. So Space Goods. The creator time will already be filled out. The priority, so we've got different ones here. We usually do medium and above, but again, this is down to the situation you're in. Do you need it urgently, or does it not really matter too much? We usually do kind of right there. So medium within 48 to 72 hours. And then we do the final due date. So let's say it's due on Friday. Let's just say, even though, just do refer to due date. And then all these ones here, the date completed, status when delivered, and time to complete, you don't touch. And you don't touch final delivery status. This will change with the date. So today is the 5th of September. If the final due date was today, the final delivery status would move to due today. If the final due date was before today and overdue, it will change to overdue. So you can see that we basically built a formula that kind of changes with that. So then you come down, and this is where you give the editor direction. So let me just move this here. So the concept name is obviously no more afternoon crashes. The concept, you just write the concept. So in this video we will be showing how our something like that. You just kind of give the main the main idea behind it. Then we give them a reference link, so usually a 4-play link with like a board of some reference videos, or just one reference video. Caption direction, so we have another page in Notion where we have different types of captions. So we'll just be like, refer back to this page, we want you to do the TikTok style. And then they can obviously, we'll link the page and they can see what that looks like. Footage to use, so we use a software called Playbook. I've spoken about this quite a few times, and basically what it is, it's like Google Drive on steroids. And what we do is we tag each video so that our editors can search up. So let's say our editors need, we go to tags, let's say our editors need to do a hook, to find a hook. They can find all the hooks right here. If our editor needs to find, let's say, a B-roll of a solution, we kind of have that here. So we will just press, let's close this up, clear all. we would just press share, and we just copy this. I'll actually do that now. Copy this, and we would just write like this, and just tag it like that. Okay. Music, again, we have another page on in Notion where we'll link back and say we want this type of music, or you could just say a style like light and happy, but not overpowered. Obviously, this is kind of off the cuff. Maybe you can be a bit more detailed with that, but that just gives the editor the main ideas, and then you add the brief here. So again, we have another Notion board. A Notion page where we have the whole script, and let me actually add it now. Okay, so you can see from a different page I just copied the database and added it here. So this is the script, and we've trained our editors to know that the first 3 ones are usually the hook, and then they carry on with this. And sometimes if they're unclear about it, we'll kind of clear things up, but our editors are trained to understand how these briefs look. So to you it may look a bit complicated, but kind of they understand that, and you can add your own brief in this section. And obviously we have the notes, the instructions, so you can obviously read through this, the deliverables, and then the naming structure, how to name it when you're adding it in the Google Drive. So that's what a task looks like. And then obviously you actually add like the editor, which is the assign, and then a watcher. So that could be a creative strategist or yourself, someone who's going to review the edits. And as you can see here, I just got some notification that says you have a new edit to complete, you have a new edit to review, just because obviously I'm the watcher and the editor at the same time. Okay, so what we do after this is quite self-explanatory. When the editor starts the edits, he moves it to in progress. Okay. The way we do it first is we edit the body of the video first. So we don't edit the hooks first, we edit the body of the video. So if we need to change the body, we can change the body without having to change 3 hooks at the same time. So once he's edited the body, we move it to feedback, and I've actually got an automation here. So when status is set to feedback, send a notification to the watcher. So if your creative strategist is the watcher, they will get, as you can see here, a notification, you have an edit to review. So then obviously the creative strategist will go in, they will, usually the editor will say at the creative strategist, we have, they'll be like body complete, and then they'll link it. So they will link the frame.io link. And frame.io is basically where we review all the edits. So let's go back, actually. Let's do this one. Okay, so they will give us the body of the video first. And let's go to V1. So you can see we add all the comments, and we kind of go through V1, V2, V3. And basically when we give the comments in frame.io, we move it back to do. Okay, so the editor gets another notification the comments are done, and we usually we go into the comment section and tag the editor and say you're ready to start again. And then obviously we do the same process till the body's done. So in progress feedback. When the body is good, we add a comment like body's great. Please move on to hooks to be added. So this is where they add the hooks in the 9:16 aspect ratio. And same process. We go into frame.io, we see if they're approved. If they're not, we add the comments and we move it back to do, and we tag the editors inside the comment section inside Notion, like please can you make the edits. And then when they've made the edits, they move it to feedback. Okay. So once the hooks for the 9x16s are approved, we then move it to add 4x5 versions, and then I will just tag the editor like this. Please add 4x5 and add to Google Drive. Okay, and in the creator brief here, usually we add the Google Drive. If not, we will just tag it here so that the editor knows where to put all the finished edits. Okay. And then that's done. And then when we're finished, we move it to done. And then this bit is actually quite important. So when we move it to done, we automatically take it out of this board so that when it's not clustered with things that are finished. It actually moves into the completed tab. So we've got the board view, which is the current edits that we're doing. If you're like the founder or like on a high level of the brand where you just manage people, by assignee, you can see like each task the editor's on. All tasks, you can just see everything like this, and then completed is every completed edit, okay? And this page is very important if you're like a manager or someone that's overseeing the edits, because when a task gets created, the creator time gets automatically tagged. When the task is finished, so when the task is moved to done, the date completed is tagged. So then I've created like a formula here where I just see the difference between the time created and time finished. So in this instance, it took 18 hours. And then we also have status when delivered. So I've added another formula here, right here, some coding. So we know when the status was added to done, what was the status when delivered? Because let me show you here. So let's say the date completed, the final due date is on the 6th, okay? So we're expecting this video to be finished on the 6th. Let's say the date they completed it was on the 6th, okay? So it was on time. But let's say they delivered it on the 7th. We can see the deadline was missed, and we can see how long it took to complete. So let's say we did it on the 8th. We can see time took to complete was on the 8th, because I've obviously added a formula here. And the reason this is so powerful from a managerial perspective is because let's say you have 20 different edits here. You will be able to see on a macro view which editors are missing their deadlines, which creative strategists and editor combination are missing their deadlines, how much on average is it taken to complete, so you can forecast to your clients or forecast how much before you need to kind of create the ads before we get it to launch. And then again, like if the editor's missing a lot of deadlines, there could be two reasons. One, the editor's not good, or the system, the way you're doing it is a bit slow. And obviously we've created this to speed up as much as possible, but maybe you need to refine the system. If the system is refined and people are missing deadlines, then you need to look on a people's perspective. Is the editor being slow? Is the creative strategist being slow? And obviously you can take the further actions to speed it up. But as I mentioned, when there's like 20, 30, 40, 50 edits here, you can see on a macro view who's performing, who's not, who's getting it on time, who's not. And you can make the changes and speed up the process. But yeah, as I mentioned, that's that about the creator editing system. It's very, very streamlined. It's very well thought through. You can duplicate this and implement it into your own workflow and actually show this video if you want to use it as an SOP. But yeah, if you have any questions about implementing this, you can always let me know via LinkedIn. If you don't have time to implement this and you're a brand, drop me a message via LinkedIn. We can have a chat and see how we can create some high quality ads for you. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found some value, and we'll talk soon. Cheers.